What's happening, guys? Paladin here, and welcome to another stream. Today I decided to stream here on YouTube because I haven't made content for a while. I don't know if you've missed me or not. Generally, I've told you what the situation is. The game is kind of stale right now. Not that interesting, at least to me. Generally, though, I don't know. I may return at some point, but for now. Oh, hey, Jared, what's up? For now, the things are kind of stale, let's say. So anyway, I decided to stream here today on YouTube. Usually I stream on Twitch. Just to make some discussions, chill, and since I haven't made content for like 2 months now. So anyway, let's start with the ban list. I haven't talked really about it. I believe that it's already on the TCG right now. Oh hey, what's up? Yeah, Horus is fucking good in my opinion. It's like an engine that will break tier. Like I said that when Horus came out, if you remember, I made a video about it. Like you saw that what kind of plays the deck can make. It's not only about the mills with the zombie XYZ. It's also about the negates that they can provide through rank 8s and shit. Generally, Diablo Star, in my opinion, will be the highlight of the set. Like, I believe that many people wait for that, mostly. I can't say really good. I mean, in my life, yeah, it's kind of good, but in terms of content, not so much. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, listen. As I said before, the game is kind of stale right now. Except for that, I am in the game for like 10 years now, without a break. So it's kind of natural sometimes to get bored of it. But generally, I believe that it doesn't have to do with the ban list or the decks or whatever. It's just, let's say, I'm not in the mood mostly. Right now, I enjoy mostly playing video games. Than I don't have the motivation to get my deck and go play at locals. Like, not at all. I'm not gonna lie on that. But generally, I don't know what will happen. I don't want the channel to die because I've put so much work into it for like 3 years now. But I'm trying to actually think of stuff I can add to spice things up a little bit. So what about you guys? How are you doing? Anyway, as I said before, I'm here to talk a little bit about the ban list, the TCG and the OCG one. Yeah, probably. A different TCG. My fiance actually wants to get into Lorcana. It's kind of expensive, but it has potential. The way I see it is a little bit like Magic. It has many stuff like that. If I were to play another TCG, it would probably be Pokemon. Not because of the prices, but let's say it's the second franchise that has caught my attention since I was a little kid. I play the games like since I was a kid. I played Leaf Green, Fire Red, Blue, White, Yellow, all those games, Emerald, and all that stuff. So I'm kind of familiar with the franchise of the Pokemon, like I am with the Yu-Gi-Oh, because of childhood and stuff. But I don't know how to play like at all. Like I haven't played at all that game. I know I have friends and people I know that play it. I know that it's kind of cheaper than Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's not. Let's say I don't know. I haven't played it to have a complete opinion, honestly. Digimon, I fucking love the artworks, but I don't really. I'm not really interested in it. And if I'm correct, Digimon right now is not. Let's say it can't compete with the top three, like with Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh. It's way below them. If something can actually spike, that's Lorcana, in my opinion. Lorcana has the potential because Disney is something that can attract people, can attract actually people, not only kids or guys like us. It's a family concept, even the grown ones, like our parents and shit. They have watched movies and stuff, so they can actually get into it. Brandy Despiat element. I thought that Chimera is the best variant right now, isn't it? I don't know. I'm out of the game for like 2 months now, so I don't have, let's say, a complete opinion right now because I've been out of the game. Although, if you ask me, I would not abandon the regular Brandy Despia. But I've seen that the Chimera one has many tops right now, and I called that when Chimera came out, and I hyped it. I don't really hype stuff, but I was pretty hyped about it that Chimera will one day become a really, really good deck. I mean, I do prefer also, let's say, pure Despia. Not gonna lie, like I believe that. All right, it has the weaknesses, but I do prefer that in terms of playstyle. Although Chimera is really good. About TR elements, I would mostly say that now with the horror stuff and shit, it will be way better as a pure, let's say, variant with the horror stuff. Branded is not bad, but the fact that it locks you into fusions, it's kind of a disadvantage, in my opinion. While the horror stuff can actually put way more interruptions and actually protection on board for the tail element stuff to resolve, So I don't know. I believe that tail elements will be way better. Diablo Star is also a really good engine. Chimera Horus, one variant that I've seen in the OCG that was playing that in like 1 month ago was Chimera with how are they called? The GX stuff. Oh come on, I forgot their name. Fuck. What's the name now? I will remember it. Anyway, Chimera Horse is not bad, but I believe that TR is the ideal variant right now, in my opinion. Like right now in the OCG right now, they hit the Shizu stuff because of of the boost that Telemans got. Like they've got hit in like 4 or 5 times, and they still are a fucking good deck. And in my opinion, even with the Shizu stuff hit, they still are a really fucking good deck. They can still play. The Shizu stuff are really good, but they can still play. They have King of the Swamp, they have the Horror stuff, they can build like crazy. So I believe that tournaments right now in the OCG, they are not dead. Despia, on the other hand, it has many cards on the ban list. That's why it can't really climb up the ladder on the rankings, let's say. Now regarding the TCG ban list, I told you my opinion. I wasn't satisfied personally, not because I'm not the guy to complain about stuff. Like, I don't care, but I believe that they could add way more cards here on this list. If you remember my ban list prediction, I personally added way more stuff in here. I mean, I get it. They didn't hit Prosperity, for example, because they will reprint it next month, or not next month, in November, for example. But stuff like Fenrir at 3, they clearly made this list to actually sell the mega teams. It's pretty obvious at this point. Yes, right now people know how to counter branded. Like, branded are in the meta game for like 2.5 years, so people know how to play around the deck right now. And it's the reason, in my opinion, that Konami doesn't touch it in the TCG, because it's not the deck that will actually dominate the format. It has weaknesses that people can actually take advantage of. I mean, yeah, I told you that Konami is about the money. I mean, I won't hide behind my finger. It's pretty obvious. They make the ban lists because they want to sell stuff. They don't give a fuck if you can actually want to have a healthy format, if you want to play at your locals, if you want to not lose to degenerate shit. They don't give a fuck. They just hit stuff in order to sell the next set or the next new cards or whatever. I believe that they will actually not release any new cards this year in 2024. Probably 2025. Like, it would be way too early. Like, people right now are complaining like crazy for all the support branded got. If Konami would do that, people would go crazy, in my opinion. Like, branded doesn't do shit right now in the format. Like, you know, it's not the best deck, not even in the top 3, in my opinion, and people still complain about it. Imagine if they would add more cards, what would happen? Exactly. I mean, listen, it's a card game, alright? People will always complain about about everything in this game. If you hit something, Konami will release something else that will do degenerate shit, and people will keep complaining. People will actually keep complaining about all the stuff that they lose to. It's pretty simple at this point. Like, people don't care about the game. They want stuff that they cannot beat to get hit. All right, this is my opinion, at least. I don't know. Like, I've seen really bad takes for the ban list, for example. Really bad takes. Although, as I said, I'm surprised for some cards. Like, for example, Fenrir, I would prefer it to go to 1. It's a very powerful card. Bro, I've seen people want Ash Blossom to get banned. Like, this is no joke. This is no joke. I've seen people that want, realistically, Ash Blossom to get banned. So, I'm not surprised anymore. For real. Like, on Facebook groups and shit. Like, don't like this. And if I remember correctly, the line was like this: Ash Blossom needs to get banned because I cannot resolve whatever I play when I go first. My guy, this is the fucking purpose of it. Like, what the fuck? So, as I said, people will always complain. It's pretty natural. I'm not surprised anymore. And for example, when it comes to branded, I can actually relate with people that want the gimmick puppet band, but branded fusion, for example, doesn't deserve it. I mean, every game that is competitive actually will have people complaining about everything. For example, if you play video games that have PvP or have competitive stuff that you can play with others, and they keep losing to it again and again, they will fucking ask for it to get nerfed. That's the term gamers use. So I'm not surprised about Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff, honestly. And it's not that balanced as people think, because, as I said, there are stuff in the game that Konami could easily hit, and stuff that are on the ban list that can easily be taken off. Branded, when it first came out in Dama, and afterwards, before the structure deck with the Password engine, was very, very fucking fun. I can fucking agree with that. Like, the deck was really fun. I played it. I was one of the people that played the deck when Dama came out, and I was laughed at because of that. And I remember back then I played the deck with Dark Lords. It was the first branded variant, Despia variant branded, that I played. And I remember that many people were like, what the fuck are you doing with this deck? Why are you picking up this engine? Why this shit? Why and why and why? And 6 months later, when the structure was announced, Aluber here was like 100 euros, 130 euros. And I was like, take that, motherfuckers. Because I saw everyone, go and buy the Alubers before the Ghost from the Past was out. And I was fucking laughing at them. Like, it was obvious from the start that Despia had potential. 100%. Yeah, I remember that. With the triple masquerade. Very, very funny. Very, very funny. I did it a couple of times on at locals, and it was so fucking funny. Generally, though, I believe that branded right now is a complete deck. It does have everything it needs. Yeah, exactly. They were fucking laughing at the people that got the Alubers. I got my Alubers for like 6 or 7 euros or what, and then they were like 6 months later, hey, do you sell them? No, motherfucker, fuck off. I'm not selling them. I still have mine, although I got the ultis later. Call me a bad person, but I was fucking laughing at them, because you when you mock something, when you are laughing at something like this, and then you go buy it like crazy, you fucking deserve the hype in the prices, like for real, like 100%. Like, there's no reason to not get the engine that cheap. When, for example, when Chimera came out, the first days, I was fucking hyping it, and it was just a few cents, if you remember. People who listened to me and saw the videos went and bought the engine for peanuts, and then after that, the rest went and bought the fusion one, the Chimera fusion, the monster, for like 20 or 30 bucks, and I was laughed at. Like, I remember the comments. There are some comments here on the videos and in the community tab also. I remember specifically people that were against that. I mean, I can't really say the term worst trade, because if you want something badly, you will go and overpay for that. You know that. Like, I've done that also, for example. It's it's nothing, strange about that. To be honest, I remember that, but I found the Albert print in Ghosts from the Past. Let's say, how can I say it? It was very, very lower than the original one. Like, nothing, in my opinion, beats the original secrets, except the ulti, of course. But the ulti kind of depends on rarity preference. To be honest, it depends on that. And I told you the same happened with the Chimera stuff later. It always happens, basically. That also happened with Invoked in 2017, with many engines generally. Yeah, in my opinion, if you like something and you overpay for that, it's not. I cannot call it a bad trade, because you get what you want, regardless the price. Yeah, bad quality, exactly. Bad quality print. That's what I mean. Like, if you see the original secret, it's so fucking good. Like, even the prismatics from the teens, I didn't like them, like, at all. They were pretty bad to me. And I kind of liked the ultis, but the ultis are still not that good as the original ultis from back in the day, that were released in main booster boxes and shit. In my opinion, depending on what you want to play, guys, Diablo Star will be really good right now. Like, I believe that Diablo Star will be pretty much playable in any deck. I know it's good in stuff like Infernoids and shit like that, and Rescue Ace, but it can be played in any deck. Like, in Gnosis right now, even Invoked chops with that. Like, Invoked Dogmatica Diablo Star right now is really popular there. It's an engine that actually provides a free negate, and it protects you from stuff like Evenly or shit like that. I wouldn't throw it in Despia, to be honest, but because I believe that it will actually take space that you may need for other stuff. But it's an engine that I would keep aside, for other decks that you may play. So Diablo Star is my call for now. And I expect, obviously, the next ban is to be way bigger than this joke here, because I told you when it was released, in my opinion, it's a fucking joke. I saw some of them, not all of them. They seem decent, but I don't know if they can actually sneak into the top 3. What do you mean, Diablos? Diablo Star, maybe? So anyway, as I told you, my opinion on the list is that they would hit actually more stuff. Like, I expected Fenrir. Magna was kind of something that I was expecting. I didn't expect Chaos Space. And to be honest, these 2 hits here on Dragon Link are not really something to worry the Dragon Link players that much. Because I see that the deck is almost at full power with 3 Lubellions, and people play more Druid Worms. Like, All right, Chaos Space, it hits the consistency, and Magna, it's a solid hit, but other than that, the deck is kind of the same. It's very powerful, definitely in the top 5 in my opinion. Invoke Diablo Star will probably be, in my opinion, Rogue mostly. I don't think that it can sneak into the meta for now. I don't believe that they can be, better than Unchained and Purely and Dragon Link. But definitely Rogue. I don't know what will happen with the next list, but right now I believe that there will be Rogue mostly. Diablo Star, it's in the next set that comes out in October. Don't remember the name. It comes out next month. It's the main set that comes out next month. But honestly, I would grab Diablo Star for any other deck. Not for branded, but any other deck. Like 100%. It's a really, really good engine. It's fucking splashable. It's strong. It can actually. It has a huge beater. It can protect you from stuff like Evenly, Lightning Storm, shit like that. Because it doesn't negate the activation. It negates the effect of a card. It's like the Abyss Synchro that Dragon Link runs. So I would definitely grab that. Although I expect either the spell or the waifu card to be kind of expensive. I don't know how much, but I expect those cards to be kind of expensive there. Not gonna lie. Like when you see an engine that is super splashable, you know how that goes. I haven't tested them, so I don't have a complete opinion in Infernoid, to be honest. Support seemed solid generally, but I don't have a complete opinion. I mean, the only synchro deck that did well was Managium, but also that is not as good right now. Like they do have power plays, but if you interrupt them, they have, let's say, choke points. That's what I believe. So it's not that easy. They don't have. They are not like Unchained or Purely. They can, for sure, though, make very, very powerful boards. To be honest, it depends. It depends on your playstyle. Like, for example, I can't. Not that I can't. I don't like playing other decks other than fusion ones. So, for example, right now, that's why I said that nothing interests me right now in the game, because there aren't any more fusion cards to come out to actually get my attention. So that's basically the reason that I lost a little bit of interest, let's say. Like for these 2 or 3 years, I had Despia to play with, I had Invoked, I had stuff like that. But right now, no new fusion cards are coming out, so I'm like, all right, yeah, this is good, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, but Shifter is still in the format, and Flowender is a really, really good deck right now. Tearlaments, in my opinion, will get a huge boost with the Horse cards. Huge boost. I told that to many people when Horse was announced. They didn't believe me. They said that It's not that good and shit. And if I'm correct, the Horus cards also will get one more monster and a field spell. If I'm correct, I remember seeing that some days ago, and the field spell is really, really good. It actually adds a lot of consistency in the deck. Although I don't remember in which set that shit comes out. So I have to actually see that. But since they gave them a field spell also, you know that they will be fucking powerful and consistent, first of all, because that's the important part, being consistent. A really, really good pack to invest for those who don't actually have the stables and shit. It's the pack that comes out in November that has prosperity inside, droplet, and stuff like that. I believe that once they sell the tins, Fenrir will go to 1. Like, it's pretty it's pretty obvious that they left Fenrir at 3 because they want to sell the card. There's no fucking reason for that card to be at 3. No fucking reason. And Karsira is not as dead as people think of it to be. Or it won't be as good as before, it won't dominate. It may have a weaker board because Arisehard was a fucking beast, but with 3 Fenrirs and shit and Zeus and all that stuff, it's a really, really decent, let's say, going second leg, in my opinion. In which pack do those pendulums come out? Not in the next set, right? In like 2 sets from now, 2 main sets from now, so like February, or am I wrong? I believe they come out in February here on the DCG, except if it's like a side pack or something. Actually, they could release many stuff from the ban list. One of my guesses, in order to sell that support, they may release Kirin, the Mata Spectre. That's one of my guesses. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if on the next list they would release Kirin at 1. So they can sell that support. That's how it goes in this game. Like, they fucking release stuff or ban stuff in order to sell the upcoming cards. So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not really sure about Electromite, but I wouldn't be surprised about Kirin, honestly, if they would, release the card. Generally, the ban list has many cards that they can release, but they don't want that. I can't really say for sure that Branded can die, because I don't really think that they would actually touch the deck, because it doesn't do anything. It's a possibility, but in my opinion, it can also not happen. If Branded goes and tops events and will be more successful in this format, they may consider hitting the spell, but other than that, I believe that the deck is pretty safe. Yeah, like Chris said, pretty safe. Like, it's not dominating. In my opinion, it's not even in the top 3. And in the Chimera variant, mostly the Chimera stuff do the work, Like, the Chimera variant, even without Branded Fusion, can actually make a fucking really good board with interruptions and shit. So I don't think that they would actually touch Branded. If they would touch Branded, they would actually do that for people, so people would lose interest in that deck, and after that, to make you go and buy another deck, because in these past 3 years, many people kept branded, and it's natural for Konami to actually hit the deck, let's say. So all these people that played branded, these past years, go and buy another deck, because branded is not a deck. At least most of the players that play branded do not play it because it's a high tier deck. They play the deck because they like the artwork, they like the playstyle, they like the deck itself. So the only way to make those people leave the deck is to actually hit it, not because it's good. But I wouldn't be surprised, like if they would release a list like the previous one, which was way bigger, and they fucking hit everything. I wouldn't be surprised. I expect the next list to be like on December maybe. Diablo Star is fucking good. First of all, it's a really fucking good artwork. Like it's a top tier artwork in my opinion. When it comes to waifu cards, it's a really fucking good card. And I believe that later on, because if I'm correct, that all those cards are a part of a lore, let's say. I believe that she will get her own deck, like Rye, or more cards like Alistair. It will either be an engine or a complete deck for her. Like I don't believe that they are done releasing cards for it. And the OCG, if I'm correct, they didn't touch it. Like, let me check really fast, but I believe that they didn't touch the engine. Yeah, they didn't. For example, this ban list is not really a joke. Ours was a fucking joke. Yeah, Snake Eyes, exactly. I believe that all that is part of a lore, so they will most probably release more cards, either for the waifu or the snake cards, but they are connected with each other in terms of lore. For example, this ban list was way better. Like they hit the Shizu cards because of horse elements. They also I didn't pay attention to that. They also hit the level 7 element. Nice. Jama for the win. They semi-limited the Flonderis field spell. Yeah, that was at 1 if I'm correct. And prank kids are back in the OCG, it seems. But I believe that they didn't have Griffon from the Adventurer, so they cannot play the variant that was played in TCG. I mean, that XYZ, that card is it's banned here since some years now, right? Yubel is, listen, because I actually tested the deck. You remember that I made a video about it. It's fucking good that you can actually wipe a whole fucking board with one Super Poly if you want. But in terms of consistency, I found that it had many drawbacks, and the worst part for that let's say deck is that it can't really be mixed easily as an engine or whatever with other fusion stuff. Like I had it in my mind to actually go and mix it up with Despia when I saw the Yubel stuff, and I was like, alright, let's go and mix it up with Despia and see how that goes. But I kept fucking breaking really bad, and I was like, no, this deck cannot be played as a hybrid. And that was the worst part about it, the worst thing about it. Like it was the reason that I didn't make another video for Yubel. It's very fucking fun. Having the ability to clear a whole board with Super Poly is really strong, but other than that, if they don't give it more cards, or actually a way to be mixed with other archetypes, it won't be more than rogue, like without doubt 100%. I thought of it, but if you think about it, both decks need their normal summons. Both decks need their normal summon. You can't actually do that. I tried it. When the cards came out, I had it in my mind either to mix it with Despia or with the Chimera stuff, and I was like, all right, let's try this. When I mixed it with Chimera, I couldn't, because both engines need their normal summon. It's very, very difficult. You can mix it with, let's say, Diablo Star, but no, it's not as good, in my opinion. Like, it's kind of waste for the Diablo Star mostly. Yeah, it is. Basically, most of the stuff that come out right now need their normal summon. Same goes for the archetype that I kept forgetting earlier is the Earthbound ones. That their pack also was announced for this winter on TCG, along with a spell, the fusion spell that also synchro summons. I remember the name, and I was like, the Earthbound aren't bad and can be played with Diablo Star, for example, but and they can make actually a not that bad of a board. Like, they can summon Baron, they can summon Crystal Wing and stuff. But also those, in my eyes, are not a deck that can actually climb up the ladder and be more than tier 2. If not below that. I've tested all those archetypes before I took a break, so I don't really think that they're fucking good when it comes to locals, for example, but I wouldn't take them to an event higher than locals. Yeah, the pure race map, you mean? The one that was also used in Dinos, if I'm correct? You probably are talking about that. But yeah, I tried it too, but that's not the problem, basically. It had other issues. Like, it was kind of fragile when it comes to hand traps. Like, if your opponent knows where to hand trap you, you have a problem. That's the problem with that engine. And same goes with Yubel also. Like, those kind of decks are very, very fragile. So Konami either gives them more cards, so it can actually be a solid deck, or they won't survive. People will just take them at locals, and that's pretty much it. In my opinion, at least. Like, the last fusion archetype that came out and was good is Chimera. Before that is Despia. And I can't remember any other, let's say, archetype that plays fusions recently that was also good. Yeah, no, I remember. So I don't know if I would actually invest in those decks. It's mostly Diablo Star that I would invest in. For example, I tried Diablo Star in Invoked Dogma. I fucking loved it. I tried Diablo Star in Eldritch, really, really good, because you can actually down the traps and go plus. What else? It's like 4 or 5 decks that I threw Diablo Star in. I even tested it in Castera, because it's a level 7, before our ice card got banned, of course. Like, Castera in the OCG still has Ice Heart and Diablosis. I don't have Fenrir, but they play Diablo Star because it's a free level 7. Yes, TR, of course. Although TR is not, let's say, how can I say it? It's not a pure fusion deck. It's like a deck that can actually mix XYZs, it can mix links. I'm mostly talking about, let's say, pure fusion decks. The burst version for Alistair right now, if we are talking about this format with a new set, I would play Invoke Dogma with Diablo Star. You don't have a Ice Heart to actually be a problem for your plays. So I believe that the deck is even better. Diablo Star also offers another interruption. It's a body on board, and the classic Invoke Dogma with Winda is not bad. Yeah, not Diablo. It's not Diabolos. It's Diablo Star. I don't know if they will actually change the name in the TCG. It's kind of possible, not gonna lie, but I believe that it's the highlight of the set. In my opinion, it's the highlight of the set. Also, the new Chimera fusion is good. I told you, I showed you actually, I made a video about it, if you remember. Let me take a look really fast. I remember making a video with the Gimmick Puppet Lock and Chimera. Is this one? No, wait. Yeah, it's this one. You see, if I'm correct, it's this video where I actually tried the new Chimera fusion. Yeah, with Albion, because it can actually dump the. Yeah, this is the video. This is the video. With Ido, not Puppet, sorry. You can actually take advantage of Ido here, because it's a fiend. When I saw the fusion, I was like, it's not that good. But then I was like, wait a sec, Ido is a fucking fiend. And this shit can actually throw it in the graveyard for free. So why the fuck not? So you can actually take full advantage with a new Chimera fusion if you want to play Ido and have another lock easily. Generally, Chimera is a really good deck. If as long as Droll is outside of the format, it can be one of the best decks. And the fact that with the fusion your opponent starts their turn -1 card, it's huge. It doesn't matter what card. You actually reduce the resources. Other than that, you have a standard Guardian Chimera, and you don't need a large engine. Like when it comes to branded, 3 branded fusions, and if you want to actually increase the consistency, you can play 1 Aluber and 2 openings, like Torres played in the YCS. Like that was the engine that I was originally also playing in the deck. I haven't really studied the new Infernoids, not gonna lie, so I don't have a full let's say opinion, so I don't really want to lie on this. I'll take a look and I will tell you, but I believe that it will be a decent deck, probably not in the top 3, but a decent deck. And if I'm correct, also Diablo Star helps, right? With that, it can be played with Infernoids. So yeah, this was the video I was talking about earlier. Now let's go back to the OCG ban list. Armageddon Knight at 3. Alright. I see Girsu, and I remember why the fuck Harp Horror is not at least limited here, because it wouldn't do shit in my opinion. Like they could actually release it at 1 and it would not do shit. That's what I believe. But Konami is Konami, as I told you. They don't give a fuck. If they are to hit something, they will fucking hit it, like 100%. And not about, they don't care about, you know, a healthy format. It's about the money. You can actually enter the Discord. People have discussions there about their builds and shit. Don't you have the link about the Discord? I remember posting it like yesterday or the other day. It's in the community tab. It's yeah, it's the level 4 pendulum. It's for Zark and shit. But also, yeah, fuck, it's also the Zark support that comes out. Also, there's a Zark support coming out. I don't remember in which set though. Not sure. Oh hey, what's up? So yeah, as I said earlier, what I would hit is basically for the TCG ban list, for example. I would limit prosperity, but as I said, it's obvious that they didn't hit it because they wanted to sell it in the next set, which is understandable. Honestly, in my latest builds, before I took a break, I didn't run duality. Like I actually played one Dark Magician, and to have, you know, fast access to Dragoon through Branded Fusion. I still believe that duality right now, as long as it is unsearchable, it's not as good. I wish we could actually search it with Thrust, but that would actually mean that it would not be a quick play, unfortunately. So as long as we don't have a way to search it, I would leave it aside, to be honest. Like I would rather rely on Branded Fusion to go to Dragoon. So anyway, as I said earlier, I would actually hit Prosperity to 1, Fenrir to 1. I would basically ban the virus card and limit barrier, something like that, probably. And also do a small hit on Runic, because it's obviously they didn't hit Runic because they wanted to fucking sell the core that was in the teens. That's another example of Konami being greedy and wanted to actually sell the teens and not make a good ban list. I will post another link for the Discord in a bit. Promise. I've made a video about that, if you remember, guys, about that spell, and I told you that first of all, if you play that card, you won't be able to play Branded Fusion or Branded Opening, because those cards lock you into fusions only. Secondly, if I remember correctly, that card also, do you have a name? Because I don't remember it. Also, that card did not when it summons the fusions, let's say Albion and stuff, those monsters cannot activate their effects because they must be fusion summoned, and this does not count as a fusion summon. So personally, I wouldn't play it. I believe that there's no reason to play that, honestly. Branded doesn't need it. Like right now, there are two ways to play Branded. The first way is actually play what's called, play the Chimera variant or play the Branded Espia. What do you think about the synchro is in the current format? It's not bad, but not gonna lie, Magna was a kind of hurt as a hit. It can be good, but I would go probably with Chimera right now. If I was to, play a variant right now, I'd go with Chimera. I believe that it probably is the best variant for the deck right now. Personally, I would go with Chimera and Branded Espia, depending on and that depends on your locals, like what people play there. Branded always actually had many variants. It always has had many variants. Some others were good, some others were not. But I will always have on top the pure Branded Espia, and now with the Chimera, because it can also get the new fusion that comes out in the next set. The thing with Chimera is that if they ash your Branded Fusion and you still have access to the normal summon of the deck, of the Chimera stuff, you can still actually make a board, while in the normal, let's say, Branded Espia, if they ash your Branded Fusion, you will probably have a problem. I do think that Nadir is better. Not in Chimera. I wouldn't play it in Chimera. When it comes to Branded Espia, I would fucking play Nadir. Especially now with our Ice Heart gone, Nadir is better, in my opinion. It's way better than before. Even if you want to go for Puppet, or if you want to just have a Mirror Jade, Nadir, in my opinion, is way better than before. I believe that right now Konami made that small of a ban list because they wanted to have to sell the teams. Let's say, like, think of it. They didn't hit any of the runic cards, all right, and at least the field spell or the tip deserved a hit. Not a ban, but definitely a limit. They didn't hit Fenrir, which is another card that deserves to be limited. They didn't hit Prosperity because the pot gets reprinted in November in the reprint set. What else they didn't hit? I had many stuff in my prediction, but I don't remember right now. What else did we have there? Magnamut is fair. Calamity could also be banned. But I believe that they are actually keeping that for the next Synchro archetype that comes out in the next set. TCG was always about the money. Like, as long as I played this fucking game, TCG was always about the money. Like, ban lists that do not make sense, degenerate stuff, remaining in the game for more than 3 months. Generally, it's Konami. It's fucking Konami. I don't know about other card games, but I haven't heard that much of bullshit about another card game as much as I've heard about Konami and Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh hey, what's up? I mean, what I like, if I'm correct, sometimes in the OCG, when they release a ban list, they go and justify their hits. They don't always do that, but I've seen sometimes that they do it. While Konami here is like, alright, I'm hitting these 3 or 4 or 5 cards, and go fuck off and buy the next ones. That's not how it goes. Like, you have to justify why the fuck you are hitting something. When you don't do that, you actually tell your player base to fuck off. Right now, in my opinion, at least most of the people that I know that have abandoned Yu-Gi-Oh have gone to Pokemon, like for real. Yeah, exactly. They hit tournaments to sell Castira. Exactly. That's how it always goes. They hit stuff so they can sell the next ones. The thing is, for example, I'm talking about my case. All right. Uh, the game is kind of stale right now, and when you don't release a list to just fresh things up a little bit, hit some stuff. For example, right now the format is fucking the same. Chimera is full power. Pure Relay is full power. You have Unchained. Castira can also be played going second. Like, you have so many fucking decks to play that are the fucking same decks that people played in the previous format. So people actually get tired and bored. That's one of the reasons I personally don't play right now. Because I'm fucking bored. It's not about the format, it's not about the ban list, it's not about the decks. It's about boredom mostly. What I see and what I've noticed recently is that uh, I don't know if that happens in other countries or other. I have people that friends in America or other countries that have said to me that many shops stopped bringing Yu-Gi-Oh product because it doesn't fucking sell. Because let's be real, most of the recent Yu-Gi-Oh products were fucking trash when it comes to for vendors or whatever. You won't get your money back, like you won't 100%. And now you may take some money back from the teams because of the ban list. Because I remember the prices of mega teams earlier, the singles and stuff, and they were fucking shit. I believe that right now the game has some drawbacks that Konami isn't willing to actually fix. They don't seem to give a fuck, and I saw that they increased or actually doubled the YCS entry fee, and I was like, alright, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck at all. Personally, I'm happy for the people that now are able to get their rebellions, their Cartesians and stuff, because I personally see so many people all these months that couldn't afford those cards, and in my opinion, it's not fair. Like, all the people play the same fucking game. It's not fair to have people have to pay a fortune to get some cards, and while some others cannot actually get them. Pokemon, for example, can in Pokemon you can actually build a meta deck for like 100 or 200 euros, and I'm not overreacting. Also in the OCG, I believe I'm correct on this. When they release a set, they release the cards in multiple rarities. not only secret rares. You can actually get a super rare. Like I remember when Magician Souls came out for the first time, it was like 100 euros here. And I was talking with a friend that plays OCG, and he was like, "Hey, I got a playset of Magician Souls for like 5 euros," and I was like, "Fuck you, like come on." People needed like 300 euros here to get 3 Magician Souls, and people in the OCG played with a playset for like 5 euros, $5, whatever. Like for real, it's just a cardboard. Like I don't get why the fuck Konami is that greedy, honestly. Like other card games have reprints, or at least have multiple formats that get supported. Magic has multiple formats. People can actually play whatever suits in their wallet. In Pokemon you can actually build a whole fucking meta deck for one display. I don't know about Digimon and shit. I don't know about One Piece. Also, One Piece has gotten kind of expensive lately, if I'm correct. At least from friends that I've heard that. I don't know. I don't play it myself. So I believe that is kind of unfair. I was always the guy that got the cards. I won't lie on this. I always got the cards regardless how expensive they were. But I was always the one that lent the cards to other people that couldn't. Like I had friends that could not afford, for example, the Lubellions. I had 3, and I always lent them to a friend that wanted to play Dragon Link or Despia at locals, while I could not attend, for example. In my opinion, this is fucking trash. And waiting 1 year for the fucking Megateams to get whatever you want to get, it's disgusting. In my opinion. At least. Hello. Yeah, the whole short print joke is disgusting, like for real. And right now, it's not about the short prints also. It's the latest sets are shit, man. Are fucking shit. Like Dune, for example, was a really bad set in my opinion. Really bad set. Like I didn't even get a booster pack from that shit. Not even got a booster pack. It was really bad. Really bad in my opinion. The Megateams also were good for those who wanted to get the cards cheap, but it wasn't good for when it comes to get the value you want, or at least not neg, for example. I'm saying this as a seller, alright, because I'm a seller on card market. I haven't touched sealed product for like a year now. I haven't. They are fucking trash, 100%. Like, and that what I was saying before. I saw also that Konami increased the entry fee for the YCSs, and they give you like 10 booster packs. While with that entry fee, you can go on card market and get a whole fucking booster box. Like, this is disgusting, man. This is fucking disgusting. I don't know about other content creators, but I always say my opinion straight. When I fucking don't like something, I fucking say my opinion straight. This company is fucking greedy. Fucking greedy. I don't know much about the other card games, but this company is fucking greedy. And I'm not saying this as someone that doesn't get the cards, because I get whatever card I want, whenever I want. I don't have a problem with that. I'm saying this because I'm seeing people that couldn't play the deck they wanted to play in its prime because they had to wait for the Megateams. Like, come on. What kind of bullshit is this? Yeah, Synchro Branded is actually one of the variants, probably in the top 3 branded variants right now, along with Chimera and pure branded Espia. generally, as I said, I believe that the game is not at a good state right now. I believe that it's been way better in the past, and Konami doesn't give a fuck. Like I can throw in the whole prize reward conversation. Like the prizes in this game are a fucking joke, 100%. It doesn't matter if you attend locals. It doesn't matter if you attend YCS. The prizes are a joke, 100%. And that doesn't help when someone wants to get in the game. I saw some tweets. I don't follow many people on Twitter. I saw some tweets about some guys that topped YCSs, and I saw their prizes, like a bunch of boosters, and I was like, bro, you went to the other side of the world to play on YCS. You paid for the hotel, for the airplane, for whatever, and you played for 2 straight days. You got a good fucking headache for like 10 boosters or 20 boosters. Like, I wouldn't fucking do it. It's not worth of my time at all. It is. The recent ban list is indeed a joke. The thing is that Konami, actually the game, as years pass, many people call it a children's card game. It's not, guys, it's not a children's card game. Children cannot actually go to work and make $1,000 to buy the next meta deck. You are actually you actually want their parents' wallets. This is not a children's card game. Other games are way more attainable and easily accessible than Yu-Gi-Oh! Look at the price of Thrust or other shit. It's absurd. It's absurd. It's like, it's not a children's card game. And on the other hand, it doesn't really offer anything when it comes to prize rewards. At least that's my opinion. I may be wrong, and I fucking respect every opinion that's not the same as mine. But I believe that this game could actually do better. What do you think? Chaos Synchro is trash. It's definitely not a meta option right now. I don't know what they would actually release in the future as support and stuff. It's good for locals. You know what's the deal? Actually, I don't know how long you guys have been in the game. Personally, I'm in here for like 10 years in this game, and I really got tired of it. Like, I took a break 2 months now and switched to play video games. Those who follow me on Twitch know what I mean. And I don't have that boredom that I did have these past months. And when I saw the ban list, I was like, why the fuck should I return? Not because they didn't hit cards, because the game is the fucking same thing for the next 3 or 4 months. I don't want to play against the fucking same deck again and again and again. It's fucking boring, man. It's so fucking boring. It's very boring. I want to have variety, you know, new stuff. And this ban list didn't fix shit for when it comes to that. You go to locals, you will still see Unchained, you will still see Purelli, you will still see a Dragon Link, and maybe a couple of Chimeras. Like, come on. It's boring. I'm not overreacting. I'm not complaining. I've played in way worse formats. I played when Spiral was tier 0. I played when Zoo was tier 0. I never complain. I don't give a fuck actually. I don't give a fuck if I go to locals and actually lose, or let's say all 4 or 5 games. I don't give a fuck. I won't get frustrated. I actually want to have fun. The reason I play games or card games or video games or shit is to have fun. Alright, I'm not the tryhard, not the guy that stresses out when he loses, not the guy that is nervous and shit. I play very, very freely. Like, I don't give a fuck. But I can't play for like so many months against the same deck. It's very fucking boring. Until the next month, the game is still stale. That's my point. It's not. I don't know. It's my opinion, at least. It's my opinion. And these past sets, or the recent ones and the upcoming ones, seem very mediocre in my eyes. Like, you don't see sets like Dama, like Rise of the Duelist, like even the Double that had the Bestials and stuff. You don't see sets like that. Photon Hypernova was almost fucking trash. Sayak, Cyberthomaxes that came later, mediocre. Outside of the Despia stuff, I didn't really give a fuck about that set. Dune was a fucking disappointment. Maze had only 2 chase cards, Chimera and Baron. All the other cards were in the fucking bin. You have the Megatins, alright, I fucking respect it, that people wanted Rebellion, people wanted Cartesia. What the fuck can I do with the Dark Magician promo? Like, to say it that way. The Megatins in the previous years, if you remember, had promos, useful promos. You remember where Megatins had Desires and Ghost Ogre? Do you remember that? What the fuck can I do with the fucking Dark Magician or Blue Eyes or Red Eyes or whatever? Like, or make a fucking set, a fucking box, throw in all the legacy stuff that people may want, because I respect them, so they can get them from there. What the fuck are these cards doing in Megatins? Like, come on. I believe that Dragon Link is pretty fine right now. Like, regardless the hit of Magna and the Cave. Alright, Chaos Space may hurt a little bit, but the deck is fine. It still tops like crazy. It's really good. It's still playable as fuck, and in my opinion, it's 100% the top 5. Strongest wizard in terms of attack and defense. I know, yeah. But you know what I mean. Like, they could actually throw in the teens some more staples, more stuff. What the fuck? And mark my words, cards that got reprinted in the teens are going to be hit in the next ban list. Mark my words. 100%. People went and paid like $60 for a playset of Fenrir from the teens, and the next list they will fucking limit it. 100%. They will give you Prosperity for free. You know what I mean. In the November's reprint set, don't remember the name, and you will go and get it, and after that, they will fucking limit the card in like February or whatever. This is, come on. It's disgusting. I mean, it hurts a bit, but not that much. You can still fucking play. You can still fucking make very, very strong boards with Dragon League. Your whole extra deck is there. And the main deck, Dragon League, has so many fucking options. So many fucking options. Like, you can play anything Dragon related, let's say. that can replace you can actually play more Druid's Worms if you cut Magna. You can actually play other stuff. It was a slap on the wrist. Probably Magna was correct. Chaos Space, it was a little bit harsh. I expected something like a Striker Dragon though, but it would be actually too harsh, I believe. Yeah, exactly. I remember actually Dragon Link playing Blue Eyes some years ago. There was a variant with the guard dragons. You remember the LP Pisti and Dagger Pain and shit? They played fucking Blue Eyes in there, and they fucking topped YCS and shit. Like I remember a list from a guy that was playing guard dragon Dragon Link with Blue Eyes. He went top 8 in YCS. So fucking funny. Like for real. It's a deck that will never die. Like it will always find a way. But imagine that deck at full power with LP and Dagger Pain in it, for example. Like just imagine that. When those cards were legal, I was playing Crusadia Grand Dragon, one of my favorite decks. So fucking fun. It was so fucking fun, man. And back then, if I'm correct, it was just when Salamangreat came out that it was at full power, and everybody was playing Salamangreat. And I went to original there with God Dragon Crusadia, and they were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they fucking wrecked them. It was a so fucking good deck. One probably in my top 5 of the best decks I've played in my life. Generally, this kind of stuff with the Dark Magician and Blue Eyes and shit, it's getting tiring, man. Like every year they fucking reprint those. Like make a fucking set, throw all those stuff in, like you do with the speed duels and shit, and so the guys that are interested in them can go and get them. There's no point in throwing those cards in sets that are supposed to be for competitive play, and that people are expecting months to get, good reprints. What do you mean old mechanics? Like what? Generally, if we talk about the past, I liked a lot the Shadow Necros format. I liked when it comes to Invoked Hybrid. In 2017, for example, I was playing Invoked Wind with True Dragon Spellbook. All of those 4 engines together, as Blossom just got out in Maximum Crisis back then, so fucking good. Like I do miss some old decks, I won't lie. Also, Invoked Mech Knight in its prime was good in MR4, but MR4 kind of sucked, I won't lie. It was really bad. Probably the worst period in the game, in my opinion. It was so bad. I mean, if you want to get Fenrir and you don't give a fuck, go get it. But in my opinion, there will be. I don't think that they will leave the card at 3. To be honest, they just want to sell the teams. Like that was the purpose of the ban list. They wanted to sell the teams, runic stuff, bestials, Fenrir, all that shit. There was no point in no other point in this ban list. There are so many stuff that they could hit, and all of a sudden when the ban list came out, prices of Fenrir and the other bullshit spiked. Like, it's pretty obvious at this point. This company, it's all about money. You know that. Especially if you've been in this game for years, you know that. You don't need me to tell you. It was always that way. The only thing they do that they used to do, they don't do now that they used to do in the past, is completely kill decks. For example, you remember a ban list with rulers, with necros and shit that were completely killed. They don't do that now. Like, they did it with TR elements, but they haven't done it with other decks for years. So they are, let's say, more careful when it comes to hitting decks. They don't just kill them completely. They did that in the past though. I have to actually study that support, because as I said, I'm out of the game for like 2 months, so I have to actually see it, maybe try it myself, the Zark support and shit, and because I haven't really paid attention to it. I haven't touched a card since like Duelist Nexus came out. I've seen stuff, I've seen effects and stuff, or from Facebook and shit, but I haven't studied them. I don't have a complete opinion, let's say, for weaknesses, for plays around them and shit like that. But generally, it's good. I believe that it will be good. Although, as I told you, I wouldn't be surprised if later on they would release something like Kirin from the ban list in order to sell them, to sell the support, Yes, of course. I believe that in the Discord, I have a channel that it's about metadex and generic discussion. Also in the general chat, you can post whatever you want, guys. That's why I made that channel on the Discord. Like, outside of being respectful and shit, you know what I mean. You can actually post whatever you want. Just, as long as it's within the rules, Don't worry about that. And I will post a link later on for those who don't have the Discord invitation. I'm surprised though that many of you asked me about the Discord and not many joined. That was kind of surprising. I don't know. But anyway, I made the channel, the server, because you guys wanted that. Whoever wants to join, feel free. That's the reason I actually made it. I will post it again. Once I close the stream later, I will post a fresh link so you can join, don't worry. Thank you for that, I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind work, guys. Especially now, because I'm not that motivated, to be honest, like almost at all. Thank you, Hamza, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I don't have the motivation right now. I don't know what's going on, honestly, but I don't like. I kind of prefer to play video games right now. And to be honest, I don't know what to do with the channel, because if I don't have content, I have to post something, to make videos and shit. Even if I don't have replays to make, I do have to actually add something to the channel. No, honestly, I'm 100% always straight to the point. I never hide behind my finger. I say everything I have in my mind the way I want to. It has to be said. I don't care if you are Konami, if you are whatever. I will fucking say it to your face, like 100%. I don't give a fuck. I'm not the guy that will actually go and say kind words about the company or whatever because he wants sponsorships and bullshit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I do. This is, of course, a part of my income, but I won't go and suck Konami's dick, for example, because I want to become sponsored or whatever. I don't fucking care. Like when they posted the leaks from the YCS, from the Worlds, where they were playing in a small room and shit, I told you, I don't give a fuck if I get banned. I don't give a fuck if I get banned. I never gave a fuck about Konami or whatever company that has whatever games. Ban me, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. It's that simple. I don't beg. I never did, and I never will. Yeah, I fucking destroy myself on Elden Ring right now. I really want to play Lords of the Fallen next month, which is really hyping a Souls game. I considered getting Lies of P, but I saw some gameplay and I didn't really like it. Like many people say that it's as good as Bloodborne, but I believe that it's not, because I've played Bloodborne. It's not as good. It may be better in terms of graphics, but it's not as good, in my opinion. But the graphics are dope, 100%. What I thought of doing, and because I want to be honest with you guys, you know that you know that I actually respect all of your opinions. You know me, I'm not fake, alright? What I thought is actually also streaming games here on this channel, posting Yu-Gi-Oh content whenever content is available, of course, but also streaming games, posting other games or stuff, so you know I can mix things up and spice things up a little bit, you know, so the channel is not stale, and I actually also have content to make. But I don't know your opinion, guys. Like, I don't know how many people would like that. Like, for me, the easiest thing is to come and stream here on YouTube, because here I have the channel. Twitch is not as easy to climb the ladder, I won't lie. It's very, very difficult. And it's one of the reasons, maybe, that my motivation is not that high right now, because I'm grinding as fuck on Twitch, and it's like being a newbie, let's say. It's not easy. Although I've hit the affiliate status, it requires so much grinding. So I thought to actually post Yu-Gi-Oh videos here, or discussions, or do live streams like now, but also stream. Like, for example, these days I'm streaming Elden Ring on Twitch because I want to platinum the game. Alright. I'm thinking of actually transfer the streams here on YouTube, and of course at the same time as I play, you know, talk to you, have discussions and shit. Like, it doesn't matter what I play right now. I can still discuss about Yu-Gi-Oh, for example, or whatever. But I don't know what you guys think about that. If you mean about collabs, I'll be straight honest with you. Generally, when it comes to promoting or collabing, I was never lucky. Like, I've been banned from Discord servers, from Facebook groups and shit, for promoting the channel. Trust me, to get the channel to this sub count, it required so many fucking sacrifices. I grinded as fuck to get here, and that's one of the reasons I don't really want to abandon this channel. Like, I don't want to throw it away, because for 3 fucking years I sacrificed everything. Like, I have more like 600 or 700 videos on this channel. It would be very, very bad for me to actually abandon it completely. I don't have a problem to actually grind here and on Twitch at the same time. I don't care, because I'm actually doing this full time right now. But the thing is that I know that you guys follow this channel for Yu-Gi-Oh content, and I know that if I start streaming gaming or other stuff, many people won't like it. Alright, I know that 100%, and that's maybe the most complicated part about all this. Sure, you can tell me, hey, it's your channel, do whatever you want. It's not that though, because I respect your opinion, guys. You are the fucking reason this channel exists. It wouldn't exist for any other reason. The channels are not the creator. It's about the audience. If you want me to be completely honest with you, originally I wanted to be a streamer from the start. I didn't intend to actually make a YouTube channel with replays. The problem was back then that I didn't have the equipment, while now I have made a huge investment for a new PC, PS5 and shit, and I basically have all the tools I need if I want to actually stream games and shit. So right now I can actually do whatever I want. Like, I don't have limitations, restrictions and shit. The thing is that I got to a point where this channel has like 7,500 people, subscribers, alright, and I know that people here follow the channel for the Yu-Gi-Oh content. If I start though streaming other stuff, I don't know if you guys will stay, and it's natural that you may leave or whatever, because you follow the channel for the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't really want, it would be completely disrespectful from my side to tell you that, hey, I don't give a fuck. It would be completely disrespectful. Like, I can add stuff like reactions, or to deck profiles, for example, of other people, or spectate live matches and stuff. This is a kind of content that I can actually add to the channel, on live streams and stuff. Thing is that right now I got to a point where I either mix all this thing up, like with the gaming and the Yu-Gi-Oh and whatever, or I just switch permanently to Twitch. This is like the two options are in my head right now. What do you mean nostalgic stuff? Like what? For example, some games that I would fucking love to play here are Pokemon games. The old console Pokemon games. I believe that many of you have played Pokemon, so it would actually be interesting. Or let's leave the Souls games aside, because many of you don't actually like them. Many of you have played also Dragon Ball games. Like, I can actually make it a variety channel, for example, like mix things up, but I don't know how easy is that to do. Yeah, Pokemon, exactly. Like, I'd love to actually go and stream Fire Red or Leaf Green or Emerald. I fucking love those. I still play them on emulators on my phone. It's so fucking good. So fucking good. Actually got Fighter Z and Kagarot. I should actually go and play them also, not gonna lie. But right now I want to actually platinum Elden Ring. I have one more. I want to platinum it on the PS5, so I have one more playthrough. After that, I will most probably play other games also. I mean, I've made another channel, which is basically for gaming. It's the same name as this one, but it didn't work well, and it's not monetized, so it's not really helping when it comes to income and stuff. But as I told you, right now the options are: I either mix things up on this channel here, or I move permanently or on Twitch. That's and grind there. I don't want to leave though permanently. Not gonna lie. I love streaming, and I believe that I can actually do it, but I don't know what people think. Not gonna lie. I don't know what people want. Obviously, all of you want Yu-Gi-Oh! That's for sure. But when you are not motivated or you don't have content for that topic, you have to do something else. For example, if I'm correct, I may be wrong on this. Simo, the big YouTuber, also has cooking videos on his Yu-Gi-Oh channel, right? And I've seen other YouTubers also have unrelated content on their channels, but I don't know honestly if that would work for me also. Like some cooking videos I saw on the Simo channel on my YouTube page, but I want to stream stuff. I want like streaming. I enjoy streaming way better than making replays. I won't lie. Like chatting with people. It makes the content more interesting. It's while when you make a replays, it's so fucking cold. Like the video is very cold. Like since like 4 months ago, you didn't even know how I look like because all of my videos were replays and shit. I don't know. Probably that's a possibility that I mix things up on this channel, like make Yu-Gi-Oh videos whenever I have content, and live streams, of course, like this one today, and also post or stream other stuff. Twitch as a platform is kind of cold to people that aren't there for a long time, so it would actually be kind of better, at least for me, to stream on this platform here. But I don't know about you guys. Make shorts, reels, stuff like that. It would be dope for me, but I don't know about you guys. Because as I said, I respect your fucking opinion 100%. I always did that. Regardless if it's positive or negative, I fucking respect it 100%. I mean, here is the deal. Like what I believe as a content creator, I believe that the guys that stay on a channel for the creator himself are more original than the guys that stay for the content. What do I mean with that? Like, as I told you, for example, I may stream something else, but I also can talk to you about Yu-Gi-Oh! Simultaneously. But when someone that is here for the replays, for example, sees that, they will leave. So it's a kind of complicated situation. It's not standard, and I know that firsthand because I tried to do it in the past and it didn't work. But right now it's the only option I have. Like when I don't have videos, Yu-Gi-Oh videos to make, Yu-Gi-Oh content to make, I must do something else. Because as I said, being a content creator and streamer is a part of my income, so I have to do something. You know what I mean? But I don't want to completely cut the Yu-Gi-Oh content. If I have some, I'll fucking post it. But I can't just post Yu-Gi-Oh stuff just for the sake of it, because the content will be trash then. And I don't like to post stuff just to post them. You won't enjoy it, like at all. I see other creators post shit every day, and it's pretty obvious that they post them just for the sake of it. And it's bad. It's bad for the viewer, in my opinion. I don't know. Generally, my favorite part is being a variety streamer. Like I want to stream whatever. I want to react to stuff. I don't want to only make replay videos. It's more cold. And it's boring to actually say it that way. You know. That's what I mean right now. So I don't know. These two are the options I have right now. Either mix things up on this channel or move permanently on Twitch and grind there. But I don't want to abandon this because, as I said, I sacrificed a lot of time to actually bring it to the level that it's now. It's not something special. Like, let's be real, 7K subs are not something wow, let's say. Like other content creators have way more subs than I do. Alright, and that's the truth. I'm always honest, but I don't want to throw all that work to the bin. It would fucking suck. I mean, yeah, I always worked alone. I always edit my videos alone. I always make the reels and the shorts my own. I always or the TikTok videos, all of that. I don't have an editor or shit, for example, but I always do everything on my own. But the problem is that when you don't have, I can't rely, for example, to say it like this, I can't rely on if Konami would release new cards so I can have content. And now going and playing Master Duel in an awful format, it's so fucking boring. And grind to unlock cards and all that bullshit, it's very fucking annoying. It's disgusting in my opinion. I don't know, like there's not much to do right now. You know what I mean? That's the problem here. I'll try to actually make it a variety channel that will continue posting, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, but also other stuff. So everyone will be happy. So you guys can have your Yu-Gi-Oh videos and I can have the gaming videos. If you want me to be honest with you, it's about the promotion. Alright. It's about the help someone gets. As I said before, when I started the channel and all along after on the process of being here, I tried to promote the channel on Discord servers of Facebook groups. I got banned. So it's not easy to actually promote for a content creator. It's not at all. Like, it was the most difficult part to grow a channel is the promotion and the collabs and all that shit. It's not easy. Like, for real, the most difficult part was to actually promote this channel generally. I don't like talking about other content creators. I will leave the audience to judge who is good, who makes the good content and shit. But personally, I do believe that this channel does not have the subs that the amount of subs that it deserves when it comes to the work that was put in the process. And there were times I received a lot of hate. Like, if you want to also talk openly, I received hate in the past, like 100%. So it's not easy, you know. That's why I'm saying that I don't want to actually abandon this, because I know that for 3 fucking years I was grinding it like hell. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't many times. There were like 48 hours, and I wouldn't sleep because I had to make content so that I could grow the channel. And I was working at the same time or doing other stuff at the same time. It's not easy. Like, I don't care what other creators are. I don't care what help they get, what promotion they get, whatever. Truth is that I've put so much effort into this that I don't believe that there is anybody that have worked more than me these past 3 years, at least, when it comes to content and whatever. Because the other guys have editors, have whatever you want, have other stuff that help them. I did not. And it's very fucking frustrating. Sometimes, I won't lie, a reason to lose the motivation is the numbers. When you see that you don't have the numbers that the channel deserves, alright, automatically you lose the motivation. You lose the motivation. So that's what I'm saying. Why I'm saying that I believe that that it would suck to actually abandon this channel, because I fucking worked very hard for it. But as I told you, there's nothing I can do about it. There are not many solutions right now. It's not about crying and complaining and shit. When you don't have content, you don't have content. Like, I can't go and post shitty replay videos just for you guys to watch them, because you will get bored, you will get tired. I'm not like that. When I made something, always I had it in mind, like you know, a video or a content that would actually offer something. I want to actually post stuff that would actually offer something, help people, not just post shit, you know. That's the case right now. That's my case right now. That's why I told you the other day when I made the post in the community tab that the situation is very complicated right now, because I've lost interest the way the game is right now, and on the other hand I enjoy doing other stuff more. So there are many options. I do appreciate though that you guys, because I got some messages from some of you, actually many of you, not some of you, many of you messaged me on Instagram, some others on Facebook and shit, and most of the messages were like, hey dude, don't retire, we support you, thank you for everything and stuff. And this is very encouraging generally, and I fucking appreciate that. You can't imagine how fucking appreciate that. And that's the reason I don't want to actually abandon this, because I know that this community here that I've created has really, really good people in it. It's not like the other trash communities like there are online. I know that here I can make conversations, I can discuss with people, we can actually exchange opinions, we can talk. It's not toxic. Like there were very, very rare times that there were toxic situations on comments or whatever. I believe that this is a very clean community, in my opinion. Exactly. When you don't have content, the channel dies. The algorithm doesn't support you. It's very tricky and it's very discouraging. Like the algorithm on YouTube actually rewards those who post very often. Thing is that I can't post something that will be just trash, just so I can say that, hey, I have content. That's very bad. I don't want to do that. I was never fake, and I will not become fake now. That's the problem, in my opinion. I want to be fake. Like I can go and lie to you and tell you whatever. I'm not like that. In my everyday life, I'm not like that. I'm always honest, 100%. I don't care what the opinion is about, or how harsh it is, or whatever. I won't stay and pretend to be someone else. Let's say, for example, I don't want to fool people. I'm not like that. Right, the way I have it in my mind right now, probably I will try to mix things up a little bit, like with the content and stuff. Like, you know, for example, stream whatever I have to stream on Twitch, stream it here. And if let's say a good support comes out or a new card comes out that is worth mentioning, I'll make a video about it. I can do both, I don't have a problem. The thing is, I don't know how to actually combine those, and how actually you guys would react to that. That's the problem. I don't care about Twitch as much, because I'm new to it. YouTube is a really, really good platform when it comes to content and shit. It will actually also release some new video editing programs and stuff. Actually, YouTube is, in my opinion, probably the best platform right now. And then is Twitch and Kick. Kick is the other streaming platform. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's not. I'm not asking actually for help. It's like a complicated situation that I want opinions. I don't want to actually go and do something that people will hate. That's the problem. Because as I said, I appreciate every sub here. Every sub here. Like as you can see on your own, when I post a video, I try to actually answer all the comments. It's not just a number for me. So I don't know, honestly. Like, probably I'll try to combine things. I don't know. Like when Age of Overlord comes out, make new videos. Until then, stream games. like I'm doing now on Twitch. Like stream them here every night. If you want to come and hang out and say hi, you are welcomed. Or even talk about Yu-Gi-Oh while I play other games. I don't care. There's no problem with that. No, I would never not look at chat because I find that disrespectful. At least I will try to answer as many comments as I can, always. Same goes on Twitch. When I have a chat, I will try to answer everything, if I can, of course. Because someone takes an effort to actually write something, and I do appreciate it. I don't care if it's negative or positive. It's about the commitment, the participation, all of that. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. So I know that this becomes kind of tiring for you guys. It's not about you. All right, like it's not your fault that there is no content, for example. That I'm kind of confused right now. It doesn't have to do with you. Thanks though that you are here listening to it. I do appreciate it 100%. Because as I told you, I appreciate every opinion, no matter what. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I really do. That's why I really don't want to abandon my shit. But anyway, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. At least I will try to make some shorts and reels and stuff like that to keep the channel alive when it comes to algorithm. I don't know. Probably something like that. Anything else you want to ask, guys? Or you want to talk about? What is the best hand in Yu-Gi-Oh? Straight bestial. To be honest, yeah. Except if you play versus something like Castera, it's insane. Like whenever I played a bestial variant, even if it was Dragon Link or the branded synchro or whatever, I always wanted to. I love to see 2 or more bestials in hand, always. Thanks, bro. Hey man, what's up? Like poker. Oh man. What else? What do you play, Branded? You say that all your hands were trash. Did you play Branded or what? Chimera? Ah, Puppet. Yeah, I fucking hate that. Like when I was asked about the Puppet lock and shit, and especially when people mentioned Maximus to me, I told you those two cards in hand are fucking trash. If you don't have a way to get Puppet to the graveyard, you are minus one card in hand. It's very really bad. Although as I said before, the deck doesn't need the Puppet. It can win on its own. It can put a hell of interruptions on board. It doesn't need the Puppet. Bro, many OTS stores don't even bring new Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I've seen stores that do not sell Yu-Gi-Oh stuff anymore because people don't buy them. Like, who the fuck would go and buy Duelist Nexus? For what? Why not go and get the singles from the secondary market? Why would you go and I don't know how much the price was for that shit. In here it was like 80 euros or 85, I don't know. Why the fuck would you go and pay 80 euros for a set that all the secrets are like 5-10 bucks and only the Revolution Synchron was like pricey? Like if you don't pull Starlight or whatever the fuck that rarity is called, you will fucking neg really hard. That's one of the drawbacks that Yu-Gi-Oh has right now, in my opinion. Like, I don't know why, but Konami doesn't seem to care, like at all. They go and release whatever the fuck they want, whenever they want, and they release a bunch of stuff continuously that are mediocre at best. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, budget challenges are not bad. I've seen people doing those, not gonna lie. Hey, what's up? Very nice to see many of you guys. I won't lie, I kind of missed you. What I would do if I was, let's say, in charge. First of all, do it like the OCG. All the cards in a set in at least 3 rarities to make the game accessible, so everyone can play. To give you an example, if a new player comes here now and wants to play the game, they will go and fucking get 3 structure decks, let's say. All right, they will get their ass kicked and by a deck that has all the staples, or it's stronger or whatever. But once they know how much that does that cost, that you need like 300 bucks for 3 thrusts, for example, they will fucking leave and they will go to Pokemon. So that's a major change that has to be made, in my opinion. No represent shit. In the same set, release the card in different rarities. Konami used to do that. Remember when Konami used to include ultis and ghosts in the maze sets? You could actually get a card as an ulti, as a ghost, and as a secret at least. High rarity, yes, but the secrets were cheap. Not like now. So the first thing I would do would be that. Secondly, that entry fee that they fucking doubled for the YCS, I would fucking leave it to 20, not 40 euros or dollars or whatever. That's really bad. After that, I would actually pay attention to my product. Why are they fucking mediocre? What can I include there? I would release separate packs for the legacy players, separate packs for the competitive players. As I said before, there's no fucking reason to have Dark Magician in the fucking teens as a promo. To do what with it? Come on. So these are some changes I would suggest. Make the game more accessible to the people, because when people see these drawbacks, and of course make the prices way better, right? Because going to the other side of the world to go and play for 10 boosters and a mat is fucking disgusting. I would never do that. It's a fucking waste of time. I don't give a fuck how many YCSs a guy has, or how many whatever. The prices are lame. Are fucking lame. Look at the prices that Pokemon has. They are fucking laughing at us. They call Yu-Gi-Oh! A joke, and they are fucking right. And we know that. No one will move from Pokemon and come here. People will move from Yu-Gi-Oh! And go to Pokemon. That's the difference. Exactly. If the new players will go to locals, get fucking destroyed, and they will leave the game for good. They will not come back. That's not a way to attract new players. And Master Duel is trash, my opinion. You guys may enjoy it. It's fucking trash. Master Duel was made for new players to get used to it. Yes, Master Duel in the start was more casual friendly. What happened though when TR Elements got into the game? Now that Castilla got into the game, how can those players play? And how can you tell them that those decks cost a fortune if they want to play them at locals? You see, that's why their numbers are going down. If I'm correct, all the headquarters and shit in the OCG had something like a meeting or whatever, and they actually talked about it, that their numbers are going down, especially when it comes to Master Duel and shit like that. Dude, you can't attract people when you don't have a game that is accessible. Every 3 months, a competitive player needs to actually sell a kidney, if he's not rich or whatever, to actually go and fucking make a deck, a competitive one. Imagine the new guys, the new people, regardless the age, that want to go to locals for the first time, get destroyed. They won't come back. They will fucking throw the deck box in the bin and they will not come back. 100%. I've seen that with my own eyes. I've seen people happy before the locals for the first time. Hey, I came to play. And after the locals, they were like, alright, I'm not coming back. Because they learned that the cards they want to play cost a fortune. For example, I had a guy that wanted to play Despia. Alright, he's a subscriber, he learned about the deck from the channel and shit. We talk very often. And he was like, I want to play Despia. I want to play the deck like you on the channel. When he learned how much Cartesia and Lubellions cost, he stopped playing the game. He retired, and he went to only one local, only one, and he fucking retired. And this doesn't happen once. It happens every time a new player wants to actually play. I'm not talking about the returning ones, because they know what's going on. I'm talking about the new ones. You won't see many guys get destroyed and come back again and again and again, because it's not fun for them. The fun stops there. That's the problem. Bye, Hamza. Exactly. Pokemon World Tournament TCG is like 100k USD. Bro, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like, hey, take a mat, take 10 boosters or 15 or 20 and fuck off. Isn't this funny? For real, isn't this funny? Exactly. You won't see anyone go from Pokemon to Yu-Gi-Oh! You will always see Yu-Gi-Oh! Guys go to Pokemon. Master Duel, in my opinion, is mostly, let's say, OCG based, and the way they hit cards, all that shit, it's very bad, in my opinion. For me, it's like another money farm for Konami. It doesn't help at all. Like, better make more formats for the game and support them with sets, with reprints, with whatever. For example, you have GOAT format, alright. A new player will have to go and play GOAT format, because you know how interactions work at Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, so since they have to play a GOAT format, or older format, to learn the basics, support them with sets for that format. Release cards for it, so people can actually go there and learn the deck, and then proceed and play other formats, and after a year or so they will come and play advanced. Having a player now get 3 fucking structure decks and going to play versus Castira, versus Purely, and whatever the fuck other people play, and gets destroyed, he will fucking retire on the same day. 100%. Like, this is absurd, and Konami doesn't give a fuck. I know many people that this year stopped playing, and on the other hand, I also know creators that stopped playing the game, and not creators, not small creators, guys that had way more subs than me. Yu-Gi-Oh! Tube? The replay channel? The guy has like 70k subs or whatever. He seems to have retired. He doesn't continue anymore. And he has like 10 times my subs. Probably he got tired of it. I also saw some other creators. They got tired of the game. They fucking quit. Konami doesn't give a fuck. That's my opinion. But in my eyes, the game is not heading in the right direction. And when you have a company that doesn't give a fuck, you know how this goes later on, how this will end. Even the pro players, to tell you, to speak the truth, the pro players have admitted themselves that the prizes are a joke. And you know what those guys do? They go and become streamers or content creators in order to make a living out of this. Those guys, why those guys in the previous years weren't content creators? I'll tell you why. Because they came to a point that they saw that it's not worthy this worth it with the money price, with the booster prizes and whatever. You see it yourselves. And I'm no expert, but when you go and fucking travel to the other side of the world to play on the YCS, and Konami tells you get a mat and fuck off, or a vanilla prize card that you can wipe your ass with, like, because come on, what's the point on going there? For what? For the glory, bro? Someone that will go and top 10 YCSs will be forgotten in like 10-20 years. It's a game. What did he get from it though? Money? No. So what did he get from it? That's why I'm saying that most people are becoming streamers or content creators, because otherwise the game is not worth it. It doesn't offer shit unless you are a sponsored player, because even those, in my eyes, are not pros. For me, you can't call nobody in Yu-Gi-Oh! A pro, because this game doesn't offer money. Alright? And when a game doesn't offer money and someone wants to make a living out of it, they will either find other ways, which is becoming vendors or streamers, or they will walk away. It's that simple. It's a shame to see games like Pokemon offering money, or I don't know what else the fuck they offer, and the Konami telling you, hey, here's a Nintendo Switch, take it and fuck off. Isn't this embarrassing? I may be wrong. I may be a fucking madman. Tell me. Next thing you know, here have a paper price mat and fake booster packs. Holy shit, that was good. The thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Tube, in my opinion, is that the guy was making replays for years. All right, he had a fair amount of subs. He had a fair amount of content, but after a while it becomes tiring. You get burnt out. The thing is that the guy hasn't made a video for like 8 months. He will get demonetized at this point, and I doubt that he will come back with a channel that will not offer him anything. So he basically quit, to tell it, unless he has other issues, which I hope not. He has retired. It's not, the thing is that, to be honest with you, when it comes to content creating and stuff, you can't really compare Yu-Gi-Oh! With other, let's say, games or other card games or whatever. Like, if you compare variety streamers or streamers that stream, let's say, WoW or League of Legends or whatever, those guys are huge. You cannot get those numbers with Yu-Gi-Oh! You cannot, because those games have infinite player base, infinite audience. Yu-Gi-Oh! Does not. It's pretty simple. You cannot compete with those guys. If you go now on Twitch, there are like 3 streamers from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or 4 that have numbers. All the rest have nothing, including myself, because I want to be honest with you. And if you go and take a small streamer that streams League of Legends, he has like 10 times the subs and the views than, let's say, Farfa has, or Distant Coder or whatever. That's also a problem when it comes to content creators. Yu-Gi-Oh! In my opinion, has limited potential when it comes to that. My opinion, of course, from my experience. It's not. Like, I told you I cannot really go and I don't have the content right now. All right. So in other words, I can't do my job. I'm completely relying on Konami to release new cards so I can have content and post replays and whatever the fuck I have to post. Alright. That's not how it works in other games. Because there's infinite content. While Yu-Gi-Oh! Does not have. For example, I can go and post Master Duel. I would be fucking sleepy in all the stream. You would not enjoy that. I would fucking sleep while I'm sitting on my chair. It's fucking boring, it's trash. Going and playing stuff like Edison, no thank you. And I believe that you wouldn't like it either. Alright. Clowning around on YouTube, pretending to be a clown and talk differently that I talk generally, yeah, I would be fucking fake. I would not like it myself. And you would also get it. You would understand that it's fake yourselves. Which means that there's zero fucking content unless Konami releases some new shit. And if you go and see other replay channels, you will see that when the game is stale, they don't have content either. Go and watch Exordio or Duo Revolution, the two biggest replay channels right now. Alright, before the ban list, within a month they released like 2 videos at most, because they didn't have content. When you want to do content, when you want to become a content creator and do this as a full-time job, you can't really accept that. That's why I'm saying that I don't have content, so I have to actually post something else in order so I can be happy and you can be happy later on when an opportunity comes to post Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I can't really come and say, hey, a crap card was released, let's make a video replay about it. You will fucking get bored in the first 5 seconds, 100%. I've tried that in the past. Yeah, when Duality was released, I did made a live stream. Exactly, streaming and content and generally creating content is free promotion for Konami. Let's be real here, and the fact that they have some people sponsored and stuff, it's like, hey, take this small reward and promote me for free. That's also a joke in my eyes. But as I said, I won't actually fall on that level. I won't go and say, hey, Konami is the best company, sponsor me. No, fuck you. You're trash. This game has this and this drawback. It has to be said. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. As I said before, ban me. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I don't care at all. They've banned streamers before and content creators. Distant Counter is banned, if I'm correct, or not. The other guy that streams also, Decade, whatever his name is, he's also banned. What is the other guy's name? That there are like, there's a Dutch dude that was leaking stuff. He was playing Subterrors and he got banned also. I don't remember his name, right? Tatsum or something. Like, they even fucking ban their own creators, the dudes that promote their shit for free. That's how much they suck as a company. You have originals next Saturday. I'll see if I can post actually study a little bit the meta and post a video within this week. let's say, to update the deck for now, because the most important thing when you enter a regional is not your list, it's your side deck. Because lists may have some small differences. The side deck for me is the most important part of the deck in those kind of tournaments. Yeah, exactly. Yu-Gi-Oh right now is only for competitive play, like and only if you can afford the cards, for example, or else you can't actually compete. You need thrusts. You need every fucking expensive card that there's out there to actually play, regardless of the deck. It's about the staples. You need prosperities, you need whatever the fuck you want. Those are not easily accessible. Not everyone can play them. And not all the people will fucking wait for the next Megatons. If they get destroyed on locals, they will fucking quit. Or they will fucking take a break for months. That's where the company loses. Generally, the whole fucking thing that we ban you and that's it, it's so fucking lame, in my opinion. Like, for real. It's like blackmailing you to not talk shit about them, to not to be a good boy, let's say. That's not how it works. Because this is a fucking card game. You are not Riot. You are not FromSoft. You are not that big of a company. This is a fucking card game. Let's be real. If you go and ban your most popular players, your most popular creators, you're done. Because those guys promote your shit. Because don't tell me that YouTubers do not hype up stuff intentionally. Let's be real here. YouTubers actually go and hype up shit intentionally. It's pretty obvious. I won't say names. You pretty much know what's happening. YouTubers go and hype up shit every fucking month before a fucking set. Hey, this is broken, this is unreal, this is whatever. You know who are these guys. I don't have to tell you. And don't tell me that Konami doesn't benefit from that. Because when someone can influence thousands of people, obviously he can gain something from that. He can earn something from that. And so does the company, right? Yeah, that's true. I agree that you have a good format in every like 2 or 3 or 4 fucking formats. That's fucking correct. But I told you, the ban lists, as I said before, are not made because Konami gives a fuck about your locals or if you can afford cards. They are fucking made so they can sell the next shit that they want to release. The Megatins before the ban list were trash. Bottom line. They were fucking trash. Once the ban list was dropped, and Runic was untouched, and Fenrir was untouched, and whatever, hey, suddenly this is one of the best sets. No, motherfucker, the ban list made it. Good. They don't give a fuck if you get destroyed by purely or if you get destroyed by Fenrir, or if you get destroyed by whatever. They don't even give a fuck about the top players that go to their YCSs when it comes to their prize. You saw where the fuck the people in the World Championship were playing day one in a classroom. Do you really believe that they would give a fuck about you, that you go only at locals and regionals? Come on, doesn't make sense. I still don't know why they give shit prizes for topping YCS, because they don't give a fuck, they don't care. You know why? Because people will keep attending. People will keep buying product. Because this is a fucking addiction. Let's be real. This is a fucking addiction. Konami knows that. Konami knows that even if they make the entry at the YCS $100, you will fucking go and attend. Even if you go X3 or X4 and drop. They know that. They know that you will go and buy the mega teams because you couldn't afford Lubellion all this year. They are waiting for you to go and buy it. It's very obvious, man. I mean, the mega teams included cards that normally should have been hit. If they would hit Fenrir, if they would hit the runic cards or whatever else, bro, you wouldn't go and buy them. You will most probably get one Lubellion from card market and call it a day. They know that. That's why they released the list, to make the set good. I've spoken with all the vendors I know, and they told me that they went neg big time. Konami knows that. Of course you do it for the game. Of course you go and buy it because you enjoy that. Thing is that they know it. They know that you will go and attend the event. They know that you will get the card. That's where they are betting. That's what they know. They know that you will go regardless if you do it for them or yourself. They know that you will go and get those Lubellions and Fenris from the teams. They know that. They always know that. They are very fucking good on predicting stuff. Like, I can give them that. They know what they're doing. They know how to sell. They know how to remove stuff so you can buy the next ones. They are very good on that part. Like, that's why this company is alive all these years. You can't run a successful company without doing this kind of stuff. And this goes for all the companies out there. Not only Konami or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or whatever. You know that. Because this is not the only game that has ban list. All the other games have, let's say, what people used to use in gaming. They nerf stuff. You play League of Legends, they nerf this or that. You play Elden Ring, they nerf this or that. You play WoW, they nerf this or that. So you can keep playing, but that's another story. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Wants money. Every fucking month, every 2 months, every 3 months. It requires money. You can't continue. For example, if they go now, all of you play Branded, play Despia. If they go now and fucking hit Branded Fusion and Limited and do some other hit also, and the deck automatically becomes way weaker, what you will do? You will go and play another deck, right? If you want to win, of course. So that's where they actually bet on. That's what they want to do. And in all this card gaming, let's say ranking, also there is Lorcana in there that can actually, in my opinion, overcome One Piece, because Disney is Disney. It's a huge franchise. It's bigger than Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not saying that they will surpass Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm saying that, in my opinion, if Lorcana plays all this game smartly, they can actually enter the race. Thing is that game right now has two bad things. First of all, it's expensive. Secondly, it has too many scalpers. But that card game has a huge potential to actually enter the race. It is very, very popular, and it's like 1 or 2 months out. Of course, in Europe it's not really popular because there's no product right now. We are expecting product in 2024, but what will happen when the product will be accessible to all the countries? As I'm saying it again, it's Disney. They can actually add Star Wars in there or other stuff, which are big franchises. I already know people that fucking quit Yu-Gi-Oh and went to Lorcana. I'm not joking. I know that. That's what I'm saying. The way Konami handles stuff, it's not that smart. It's fucking greedy, and they kind of bet on their player base and their addiction, to say it that way. Yeah, Lorcana has, in my opinion, has a huge potential, because they can throw in so many fucking stuff. Especially if scalpers, stop doing their shit and game becomes accessible, it will be a fucking threat. I'm telling you, it is a Magic style of game. Its style is very similar to Magic, so I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Yes, you can say that. Them and us are playing poker. Yeah. Although they have the advantage. Because we are the guys that have the gambling addiction, not them. They are the guys that get the money. We have the gambling addiction, you know that. So we are at a disadvantage here, not them. They don't give a fuck. They fucking feel their wallets. That's the that's the issue. That's the problem here. That's what I'm saying. So, as I said, I'm pretty honest with you. In my opinion, the game is not heading to the right direction right now. After all these years, they got bored. They don't fucking care. I don't know what's going on. But and I'm saying it again. I'm not complaining, because I don't give a fuck how toxic the game is. If I have something to enjoy, like in the tier format, when tier was full power and was fucking dominating, we got bestials, we got new Despia cards. I was excited. I was fucking playing. I loved the game. I didn't give a fuck if tier was tier 0. I had something to actually play to get me excited. Right now, they only release mediocre sets and new mediocre decks. Like, come on. Yeah, Konami are the dealer. Exactly. Exactly. Most of the people right now are 25 plus, including myself. Once those people get families, kids, and whatever, they won't continue playing because you can't have to take care of a kid, to take care of your house, of your bills, and also go and fucking pay $1,000 per every 3 months to get a meta deck in the stables. Except if you are fucking Biden. You know what I mean? So it's indeed a short term, in my opinion, because all the guys that get now in the game, let's say 15 or 16 or 18 or 17 or whatever, find the game also costly and also more complicated. Because let's be real, the rulings when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh are way more complicated than Pokemon or Magic. I have a friend that plays Pokemon, and he told me that if we sit down with two Pokemon decks, within 2 hours you can fucking learn the game and you can fucking learn how to play. With Yu-Gi-Oh you can't do that. How the fuck will the new player play within a 10 in a tier format, let's say, or whatever? It's not easy. So in my opinion, that's true. That the game it may be a short-term option right now, because people are getting older. They won't play Yu-Gi-Oh forever. It's not like, let's say, being a dad or a family leader and having a PS5 and getting, the RPGs or the games every 2 or 3 months and play. Yu-Gi-Oh requires a lot of money. It's not like getting a gaming PC or a console that you will pay once, and after that you only have to pay for the games and play. This is getting fucking expensive. And it's not about Pokemon or Magic. All the card games have that. Regardless the price and how much a deck costs, every few months require money. Like, for real, get a fucking gaming PC and play whatever the fuck you want there. Why would you go play Yu-Gi-Oh? I am at this stage right now, personally. That's one of the reasons I'm saying that. I'm like, why go at locals and play for 4 fucking boosters while I can play whatever game I want on my PC with my coffee, my air condition, or whatever? Why the fuck would I do that? This is one of the reasons I actually considered retiring from Yu-Gi-Oh right now, because I don't see that I'm earning anything from it, not money wise. I find it worthless in many stuff, let's say. You know what I mean? Many people started to quit right now, and this is no joke, because I'm talking with them. There are people close to me. Rust Duel, come on. Not only it won't help, it may make things worse. Don't rely on stuff like Rust Duel and shit. People in Japan, have you noticed something? In the OCG, you will see players over 30 or 35 playing. Do you know why? Because the cards there are way more affordable and more accessible. So let's say if someone is a dad and he has kids and the family to to feed, with like 50 or $100 you can actually fucking play at locals for 6 months, while in here every fucking main set has more staples, more expensive engines, more bullshit. No, let's say father or whatever you want would actually last with this kind of situations. And let's be real, kids these days, this fucking generation, is not interested in card games. Bro, if I go outside on the road and talk to someone about Yu-Gi-Oh, they will fucking laugh at me. They will say, "Hey, what are you talking about, Grandpa?" For real though. That would be the fucking answer. Kids these days want to go and play fucking Fortnite, want to go and play fucking League of Legends or whatever, Counter Strike or whatever you want. They won't go and play Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know about other countries, but in here, if you go outside, we don't have a big community here in Greece. If you go outside and talk to someone about Yu-Gi-Oh, he will laugh at you. No joke. If you talk about Pokemon, they may not, because Pokemon is a way bigger franchise. And right now, the most respected card game, because many old people play that, is Magic. While Yu-Gi-Oh is laughed at. No joke. This is seriously, I'm talking seriously. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't get respect and is considered a joke nowadays. Kids these days won't go and spend their money on Yu-Gi-Oh. Trust me, if they go and play or start Yu-Gi-Oh, it will most probably be because of some friend that also plays, not on their own. That's what I'm talking about. People prefer to play video games right now. And I'm one of them. I told you, I prefer to stay on my gaming PC, play whatever the fuck I want, rather than going to a regional, playing like 6, 7, 8 hours for like 5 or 6 or 10 boosters. For real though. It's a fucking true. Exactly. Why not sit here with my coffee with the air conditioner or whatever, and go and play Yu-Gi-Oh for like the whole fucking day, or to a YCS that is on the other side of the world, for example. Why not stay here? The game itself doesn't give you the motivation. That's fucking real. Bye, Christian. Thank you for participating, man. No, I believe that they won't beat Pokemon. Pokemon is not only bigger franchise. Pokemon in general is actually it has many aspects. Outside of the way better anime, because it's a way better anime, it has the video games that they release frequently. They have stuff like Pokemon Go. Not even mentioning the merchandise, stuff like figures and stuff like that. It's a way bigger franchise, guys. So yes, in my opinion, I agree. The Yu-Gi-Oh would never beat Pokemon. 100%. I agree with that. For many fucking reasons. And if we compare the two card games, there's no comparison. No real reason to compare them. Pokemon gives you prize money. Yu-Gi-Oh gives you 5 boosters. Pokemon can be cheaper. Yu-Gi-Oh is fucking expensive. So tell me, why would you choose Yu-Gi-Oh and not Pokemon? And Pokemon also has the VGC. It doesn't only have the card game. We also have VGC worlds happening. It has events. That company actually supports its game in all of the aspects. Konami does not. So anyway, this is what I had to say, guys. This is it for today's stream tonight. This is 2 a.m. in here right now. Thank you very much for being with me tonight. I had a lot of fun discussing with you guys. I believe that at least I hope that you guys had also fun, and that you enjoyed the stream. I will try my best to keep posting content, Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever. Thank you, for real though. Thank you. I do appreciate all of you. I want you to know that. And as I said, I will try to post content so you guys can actually have stuff to watch, and we can actually discuss. I will try to actually stream more often here, because I know that here is my audience. I know that many of you don't like Twitch. I know that many of you don't even use Twitch. So I'll try to actually keep all of you together. I will also post a new link for the Discord for everyone who wants to join. I will for sure make another stream, probably tomorrow, if everything goes as planned. Probably tomorrow, why not? Like, these kind of streams are indeed very good for me and for you, and you know, we are discussing, you are actually participating, you know, it's not only me talking. I believe that you also enjoy that. So thank you very much. I love you guys. Stay safe, and see you next time. Good night or good morning.